YouTube, what is going on? Savage here. I hope you're having a good day, and I hope that you're having a lot more fun and improving in Al Mazrah and Ashika Island. Today, we're going to be spectating a viewer submission. This is a 0.9 KD player. He goes on to play Ashika Island and drops his PR. We're going to be checking this out. The point of this video, again, is to point out the things he's doing correctly and telling him to stay on the right track, and also pointing out the mistakes that he makes. And on the flip side, we'll be analyzing the players he runs into and discussing the gunfights in depth. If you guys do enjoy it, make sure you leave a like, subscribe today. But without any further ado, all right, so here we are. Your boy's gonna be landing at farms. I always encourage this, guys. I know I say it in every video, but just for the ones that literally are clicking this video for the first time, hot drop, hot drop, hot drop. It is the best way to improve your gunplay. I don't care how much you rage. I don't care how much you get crapped on. I really don't care. If you watch my streams, you know I live by this and I die by it too. But I promise you guys, you'll improve as a player if you keep hot dropping no matter what. All right, going for a bounty right off rip. So this is solos. It's a little bit more intense at times. Some games crazier than others, no doubt. Footsteps near us. He's trying to find his gun quickly. Unfortunately, we're not finding anything much better. Gonna go with the revolver. Good breakaway. Fast reaction time by the enemy right there, but I think he might have gotten caught up by the other player. All right, so I was about to say this right here. So when he backed off, we stood here to anticipate him re-peeking, right? That was the plan, that was the play, that was the thought process. But in reality, this is really not a good challenge because, again, our entire body is vulnerable right here. You could jump on the roof if you wanted to, but the vault animation time, you'd still probably get clapped. What I would have done was backed off and actually played the side of this container, just kind of like the enemy does. Now, we could play it as a heady, but I'd rather play this because the enemy does push up, then we'd have to jump up top to be able to see the enemy. And I'll show you what I mean. But if we played this and just played the corner, kind of like the enemy does right here, if we just played this like he's kind of doing that, this would have been a lot better fight. Also, so right here, this is us playing the heady. Even if we were aiming up, we'd only see the tip of his head. So if he decided to push us, again, we'd be vulnerable if we jumped on top. So again, play the side of the box, the best option. All right, so here we are landing again. It looks like we're gonna go for the reach out, and I completely respect it. See if we have better luck this time, maybe finding an SMG. There's a player right there, not good at all. Gonna be sitting in the corner playing it. We have the heartbeat out. We know there's an enemy in here. Unfortunate. So this right here, so the enemy should have seen us first and foremost. There's no reason that we were able to come in here, bust through the door, right, making that audio. The enemy sitting here just stuck in the loot again, staring at the floor. Big mistake on enemies. They get so tunnel vision, their hearing stops, right? But then even so, he's not scanning, right? What do I always say? If you're looting a body, looting a crate, when you go to loot, pick it up and look around. Just scan around real quick. You don't have to sit there and just be paranoid, but pick up, look around, and then continue on. Seeing people just tunnel vision on loot and just keep running straight, this is why that enemy, well, he didn't die, but this is what could have cost him his life. Now, as far as your boy, your ping is better is concerned, this just comes down to aim and accuracy, no doubt about it. So hip firing is a great mechanism, a great tool with an SMG up close, no doubt about it. Pistols, not so much. And we did a little hip firing in this right here. But again, it just comes down to accuracy and hitting the enemy. And you can see we hit 2 shots at hip fire, which again, we hit him, but where do we hit him at? In the legs. Then we finally come back up, we shoot him in the back, and we go back to hip firing, right? This is not a good tactic. Now, we are hitting him, but again, you need to practice your upper torso or headshots. It does more damage than hitting him in the ass, no doubt about it. And it's just unfortunate. Even when we're aiming, we're still shooting at the guy's ass. Don't be looking at that, okay? Stop it. Weird. But the enemy is able to run away and play it up. Now, as far as the enemy is concerned, he played this completely crazy. The enemy should not just make a straight line out in the open to the next building that's 100 meters away. Dude needs to bank to the left and try to play the cover that he does have. Fortunately for him, you know, we got caught up. We couldn't get the reload off in time, and because of our mistake, he survived, but still bad play on his part. So both these guys really threw that gunfight completely. All right, the Koskov's great freaking weapon to have. Love the ground loot of this and the Vaznev. Can really win games with these kind of guns. I believe it's the same enemy. It might not be, but if it is, good job trying to re-challenge. And again, just unfortunately not winning his fight, but really no correction of that at all. He knew where we were. He was pre-looking. We just happened to win the gunfight there. But just like the enemy that I was talking about, as we're looting, again, you got to be fast and decisive, which you're almost there. You're not really as bad as we've seen from other players, so I don't want to critique it too hard, but you got to look around as well. Loot, look around, loot, look around, loot, look around.
Oh, man.
Hostile UAV in the area.
All right, right now we're sitting in a corner. We have a hostile UAV in the area, meaning he's might be nearby, who knows, but I don't like playing the what if game, dude. I want to go ahead and start moving around. We need guns. If you want to get your loadout, fine, but I'd at least want to try to buy a weapon, maybe get a UAV if we can. Just check the buy station. Again, ask yourself, where are enemies at? Well, we know there are gonna be more enemies here. We saw them parachuting in when we were fighting the guy out in the open with a pistol, so we know there are other players here. So instead of letting them find us, let's go find them. And I understand the mindset of sitting here waiting for the enemy to run in front of you, but again, I want to see a little bit more aggressiveness, especially in a hot drop area. Still 40 players up. You're not going to miss much if you wipe.
What's up, broski? Game going. I got 1 kill.
We know he's inside this building.
Kind of winging it. That kills
Again,
me faster.
A little too focused on a loot, and you're all right. The TAC would definitely be a little bit better of a weapon, but again, the M4 with that build is not a bad gun at all.
You shot me, didn't you?
Fortunately, the same guy, Swaggy, coming back. We were able to kill him twice. And as far as us re-challenging like that, we just had a faster reaction time. Swaggy, technically, if he would have had a good reaction time, he should have shit down our throats, but he didn't. I don't think he got a shot off. He didn't. So him just standing in the window, face checking it like that, very ballsy move. Play back, play it as a heady. You have that staircase by that window that we just went down. And this from the enemy's perspective. So instead of just sitting there at the window, again, face checking it, just kind of back up a little bit, play it. I'll never understand why people just stand with their, you know, their face against the window. They're just licking the shit out of it. Like, stop it, dude. It's not your job to clean the windows. Back up and shoot some bitches through it. We got more footsteps. Sounds like he might be on top.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Look at the mini map. Unfortunately, that dude, I believe, just stole our kill. That is unfortunate. It's the same guy, bro. It's Swaggy. Watch. It's your boy Swaggy coming back for more. Yeah, pop that reload. You hear him go up the staircase. Just hold the door if you want. Or we can chase him down. It is Swaggy too. It's Swaggy coming back for more blood. And again, gotta respect it, man. He's thinking about it. He is thinking about it. So I doubt he's gonna come through the right because of the gas. So he might be holding us. Great job breaking away to the far left. All we gotta do now is just chase this dude down. Again, I do think he knows we're here. Apparently he had no idea at all. Just sat in the corner for no reason. And we're moving on. Swaggy, you poor bastard. Swaggy is 4 of our 5 kills. This guy is down bad.
I gotta get up.
Enemy UAV overhead.
So paying attention to minimap, telling himself I need to get up, and he's definitely right. You want to play the rooftop. Now, I would go ahead and play this rooftop just for positioning. We hear people fighting the right-hand side, so I definitely respect going up there and getting the kill. By all means, go after kills. So once we get the kill, I'd like to see us go ahead and do a little boost jump over to this next rooftop, get safe, hold position, and then figure out where we're going to go next. Oh, shit. Keep running, maybe do a little diversion. Great job. I wanted to say that because most players just keep circling up the staircase, and that's what a lot of us will anticipate. But if you come back, you can do two things. You see him doing one of them right now. You can play the angle, wait for him to round up, hopefully we played it and shoot him. Or two, you can continue on through the bedrooms, create a little bit more separation, a little bit more confusion, and you won't get just shot in the back. Personal preference, I'm just going to put this out there. I do not recommend LMGs in this map just for the purpose of ADS speed. Because this map is so fast-paced and so intense, every millisecond counts, and unfortunately LMGs, in my opinion, just don't cut it. If you guys are more of like a posted up type player, then by all means, rock whatever you want. But if you're going to be out in the open, make sure you are rocking a gun that has a decent ADS speed. We hear someone come up the staircase right now. The enemy hears us too, which is why I believe he mortared us. Is that Swaggy? Shut up. All right, he's cracked right now.
Enemy UAV active.
He's dead. I don't know if it's the same guy or not. But all right. But no, the moment we had him cracked, we weren't even touched. Continue the pursuit. Hug his ass. Get some shots off on the enemy. But yeah, I guess he ran up top and got clapped. That's what it is.
Hostiles dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Killing the same guy for a second time. You see him on the rooftop.
I got 7 kills, bro.
All right, another fun fact, if you are a position holder or you just find yourself on rooftops like this a lot, rock betties, rock bouncing betties. And the main reason why is, one, we can engage this fight. We could have both these sides bettied. And even if we don't get the kill, it's more of an early alert system, right? To warn us if an enemy is coming towards us. So it allows us the luxury to actually, for once in a blue moon, tunnel vision on the fight at hand. Because again, if someone does push us, either A, they come in from the sky and we can hear the announcement or hear the parachute, or B, again, they set off the betties, and at that point we're then alerted.
Oh shit.
Enemy jumped off the right hand side. You saw him do it. He might not have jumped all the way down though. Sometimes they can hit that little ledge. And the reason why I say that is a lot of people anticipate them being at the bottom of the staircase. In reality, they could be right up there with you.
That's 8.
Not bad pace, dude. 8 kills, 26 players up. All right, but this is where the pace starts slowing down. This is where we start getting to a certain number of kills, where our heart rate starts going up because we're having a really good game, and we start getting nervous because we don't want to die, we don't want to lose it. So you have to ask yourself 2 questions. 1, are we overstaying our welcome? And the answer right here is yes. Nobody's around us. We don't really need much. Of course, we can loot and find streaks and all that good stuff. But again, if it's a good game, continue that momentum. Momentum is everything. You don't want to play too overly aggressive, but right now we're really not, because again, we're on the edge. The fact that we saw this guy over here, we could parachute to him and kill him. We do happen to have another guy under us, but again, I would have liked to have seen momentum and getting more kills, because we could be sitting on 10 at this point. Remember, there were almost 30 players up when we rocked 8, and we've lost 6 players since.
Gas is closing in.
And again, another option where Betties would come into play with restock, because we could just Betty it and watch for the guys rotating. Guy on the hill right here we didn't see, and that's okay, no big deal, but he's right here. That's a tree. Hold up, let me show you. Right here, that's the guy. I'm not crazy, guy. There he's running out in the open. See if we can get an easy kill on him. There we go. Official nasty going down again. Love it.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Good boost jump. Love to see that. And just basically at this point, just picking off everybody we see coming in. And that's a great thing about the redeployment too, is again, especially in solos, you can see people just falling in. You can just chase them and get that easy kill. You can really just farm people coming back. Good job avoiding the high alert, avoiding the enemy looking at us
Enemy soldier incoming.
while remaining stealth. That's not the player. We need to get out of dodge. There's still a guy on us. You hear him above us. We got a guy in space too. He jumped on a rooftop. Watch your back. Or watch the skylight. Great job, honestly. I probably would have turned around real quick and gotten clapped, to be honest.
If I die, I die. It's alright. I do good.
Nah, man. No dying. Secure this dub, brother. And again, zone's not that bad. Good gunfight right there. Just remaining mobile, moving sideways, moving back to the doorway for cover when the enemy started shooting back. Good job. Now notice the difference between that, dude. We instantly started moving sideways. The enemy did what? He sat in a corner because that's just what they do. And I just don't know why. We start moving sideways just in case he gets the crack off. We have somewhere to break to. Love that. Either it was on accident or on purpose. Hopefully it was on purpose. Hopefully it was planned. But that's a great decision. And the enemy right here just going again to the corner. You have no movement. Look how much he moves. 1 foot to the left, and then he ran to the wall. Weird, right? Stop doing that.
This thing's nasty, by the way.
All right, in game rocking
762.
most wanted. It's kind of wild, but you know what? It is what it is. 12 players up, 12 kills. We could this could still be a 20 kill game.
I feel bad because I'm like camping.
Well, see, this is another thing too. So yeah, so right now we're camping, but there are different times when camping isn't camping, right? Sitting in a building is normally camping, but there are times where it isn't. Now, what are those times? Well, if you're holding a power position, meaning if you move, you're stupid, because if you move, you leave the zone, you leave a good gatekeep, things like that. You leave the high ground, and those are times I wouldn't consider camping. I would consider it actually just holding a great position. 2, planning, coming up with a game plan, right? You sit there for a second, breathe, listen to audio in case someone pushes you. You pull up your map, you're looking around, la da da. 3, zone rotation, right? So right now, we already know where the zone's at, so this doesn't qualify. But if the zone's about to close in, and we're just like, oh, I'm just going to chill and see where the next zone goes so I know where to go to before I start moving, that's fine too. Right now is what I call a breather, right? It's in game. Your heart rate's up. You're getting nervous. You're on a really good game. You don't want to lose. It's okay to take a 5-second, 10-second breather, right? But what I would like to see from you is to be looking around, because this is still intel phase. We still need to figure out where everyone's at, where they're rotating from. And you might have people rotating away, rotating to this building, whatnot. And we just don't know because we're in a corner. So even if we're breathing, I would like to see you kind of peeking windows, peeking the edge, going outside, peeking around the corner of the building, and just seeing what's going on around you. Again, we have high alert, so we can kind of do that without just getting instantly clapped. We have a little bit of a red alert going off if someone even looks at us. Also, guys, talking about momentum, this is a great time to tell you about the new aim controller. It is now the new standard controller, and without any further ado, I'm excited to share with you guys the controller I've been using for a few weeks now, testing it out, and I'm absolutely blown away by it, in love with it, and I highly recommend it for anyone out there, whether you're a casual, especially if you're a competitive gamer. We have here the Aim Back Pro controller, and this thing's an absolute beast. It's the same aim controller you guys know and love, but with a huge twist. Of course, I've always been a massive fan of digital triggers, but this controller here allows you to actually change on the fly to normal throw triggers. Now, the good thing about this is, again, if you're into racers or truck sims and things like that, you don't want to have digital triggers because you can't have the throw from the accelerator and brake and all that stuff. So, of course, if you play other games, it's going to be nice to be able to actually have a full throw and not have to switch controllers out or buy a second controller on top of that. And again, if you're a competitive player or a casual player, highly recommend Aim. This thing's an absolute beast. Just listen to the beautiful click of these paddles. And of course, this is not the only design, guys. You can customize your controller to your liking, pick pre-designed layout. And if you're interested in that, click the link below and use code SAVAGE at checkout to get a massive discount on your Aim controller. If you guys are looking for a pro controller, this is by far the best. And trust me, I've used them all. You will absolutely love the reactive triggers, I promise.
Icarus is pretty good.
Again, I'm still a little nervous because we didn't really scan at all during this time. We don't know where enemies are.
13 kills. I tied my PR.
There we go, baby. Now let's beat that shit. So we basically just blindly ran inside there, and luckily we were able to outshoot the enemy. But again, that enemy came from somewhere else, right? He looked like he was sprinting in from the front. And again, that intel phase, if we would have been looking, we might have seen him in the open. We might have been able to kill him before he crossed the building. We won the fight, but again, it's a little too risky for my blood.
I am playing like such a bot right now.
It's fine, but again, look, I'm okay with this because there's no reason for us to move yet. Why is that? Well, the next zone will probably favor the other side. It might favor us, but it'll probably favor the other side. Well, what you don't want to do is just go ahead and start running across, because you have 4 other enemies that are probably over there watching us because we're the only people to shoot recently, and we'll easily die. We do have smokes, but what I want to wait for right now before I move out is to hear other enemy gunfire. I still would be looking out the doorway and looking around and seeing what's going on around me, but again, no real reason to just bust out there. Wait for some other team to get in a fight. Start distracting each other, start distracting other enemies around them, and then you can make your move. And who knows, dude, also still hold your ground, because in 7 seconds, the circle could possibly favor us. It might not. I don't think it will, but it could. Here's another enemy. All right, no favor right here. Now we have an option. We could go out here and just easily get this kill. We do have a gas mask. We could bust up the back and start pre-rotating along the edge because we have that, and we also have smokes. Either one wouldn't be a bad idea. If you do challenge the guy to the left-hand side, the thing you have to worry about is the people up here will be looking at you, possibly. So that's a huge danger. And also, if you push out, this guy might end up pushing as well and shoot you in the back. So there's risk and reward versus both. Let's see what he does. Looks like he's going to go with playing the edge. Maybe forcing the enemy out first.
14, I just set my PR.
All right, now look, we're panicking right now. We need to start plating up. Again, we have smokes.
I'm about to die, though.
No, you're not. You're not about to die. Get some motherfucking confidence, baby. Come on, man. We're doing a lot of running around, and I'm very shocked the enemy hasn't seen us.
It's 1v1.
The enemy's probably playing the high ground. He's probably behind this fence. It's the best position to be at right now, and he's also favored right now too. So we're gonna have to utilize our smoke and get to stepping. But do quickly for like the next couple seconds. Do a little scan, then smoke, and start making your move. Again, restock would be good in this situation too, because we have multiple smokes. We could throw a smoke down to save us and throw a smoke to distract the enemy, or even just have 2 smokes to save us 2 times. The enemy could be playing the edge of the gas, or he could be pre-rotated. So right now, thank God for high alert, right?
Where you at, homie?
You hear him right here?
GG's.
Look, it was a good game nonetheless. You still dropped your PR. The fight like this, though, you know, you running from gas, there really wasn't much you could do, but the moment you heard him, we should have played that differently. We should have slowed it down real quick.
Where you at, homie?
Right here is where I hear him, right? This is where I hear him. So what we need to be doing is, instead of just challenging the enemy straight up, I would have wrapped around these boxes and just played the back end. He would have heard us, but we would have these boxes for cover, and we could also just shoot down the ledge. And again, it's all shoulda, woulda, coulda, but it's still a better option. Now, maybe I heard him and you didn't, but hopefully you heard him as well. I know a lot of people are struggling with audio right now. Headsets differ from game to game. It is what it is. But again, man, still a great game nonetheless. Keep on that. The two biggest mistakes I want to talk about real quick is momentum. Your momentum shifted greatly when you had 8 kills. You just kind of froze up for a little bit. And then from that point on, you'd get a kill, freeze up, get a kill, freeze up, get a kill, freeze up. And again, it's okay if you need to take a breather, but we still got to get a little bit more momentum out of that and hopefully drop a bigger PR. You have the potential. You're good enough to do so. I think you're good enough to drop a 20. Just get it. Secondly, observation within buildings, right? So you were sitting in corners and you were talking about how you were camping, you were feeling some type of way about it, and that's fine. I'm glad you're at least observant about it, but it's okay to sit in a building from time to time. But if you are in a building, whether you're camping, whether you're not, make sure you're still looking out all windows and all angles, and again, gathering intel, because this guy we might have been able to kill if we saw him rotating around at some other point while we were sitting in the building, but we just don't know because we didn't look. And I am going to throw a third thing out there. Get more confident, man. You said you were going to die, and guess what happened? You died. Stop it. Come on, man. Speak that positivity into existence, bro. But guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave it a like, subscribe today, and I'll catch you in the next one.